stand up, so hopefully you can see me in this position. We'll start here, so feet hip width apart. So this is a little bit harder. If you've got back issues, please be careful. I'm going to take a really nice deep breath in, lift the arms up, circle the arms, and then slowly start to roll down. Soften the knees, just hang the arms, hang the head, shoulders nice and flat. So gentle twist to the spine. So just lengthening the spine as you rotate from the side to side. Good, let the head hang, soften the knees, lift the tummy, slowly roll up again. Take a really nice deep breath in, lift up, circle the arms, rolling down. Again, hang, and I want you to just press the hands on the knees and lengthen the back, straighten the legs. Try not to lock the knees, straighten the back, lengthen out, getting that stretch right to the top of the hamstrings, lengthen out through the back. You can take the hands a little bit lower. I want you to feel that stretch right to the top of the hamstrings. Tuck the chin in. Good. Soften a little bit and curl. So you're going to come halfway up and go into a hamstring stretch. So taking the leg out in front of you. Good. Stretching right to the top of the hamstring. Curling up. And other leg. Straight to the top of the hamstring. Lengthen out. Stretching through the spine. And then release, feet together, soften the knees, hands on the knees, lengthen through the spine, and then take yourself slowly down, walking the hands forward into a downward dog. So lengthen. If you've got tightness in the hamstrings, do just pedal the feet, stretching out through the back of the legs. Lengthen through the spine, shoulders down, lift, engage the tummy, breathing in wide and full, head nice and relaxed. Okay, up onto the toes and take yourself forward into a plank. So shoulders are down, I've got my hands under the shoulders, hips in alignment, lengthen through the spine, back is flat, head and neck nice and relaxed, holding that plank position, shoulders down, breathe wide and full. Maybe do one press up, two if you can, hold. Now lengthen, lift one leg behind, lower. Other leg behind, lower. Press forward and back. And hold, bend the elbows and come all the way down. Good, lengthen legs, stretch the feet away from you, and I want you to do a stretch of the arms out in front of you. Lengthen through the spine, take a breath in. Breathing out, engage the core, lift and hover the arms, circle the arms, hands coming down by the hips, open out through the back and slide the arms through again. If you have lower back issues, be really careful as you lift up, don't lift up so high, too high, and slide the arms through. And stretch, and slide through. If you want to make it harder, stretch, lift, and lift both legs. Breathing out, lift, breathing in, lower. Eyes look down. One more. Now hold that stretch. Hold, squeeze the hands in, little pulse. And release down. Now hands resting under the forehead, lift the right leg and lower. Lift the left leg, lower. If you can, engage the glutes, lengthen through the spine, lift and hover the legs, and then little kick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Hands under the shoulders, lift the tummy, press yourself back and push yourself into a child pose. So really curl through the lower back and press down, stretching those fingers away from you. Breathe wide and full into the rib cage. Good. Coming up, We're going to go slowly onto the side. So I'm on my knee and the leg is up. I'm going to do thread the needle in this position. Stretch the arm up, open the chest, and then thread under. And lift. One more. Now wait to lift the leg. I haven't got much room here. Lift the leg. So lift the leg, hold, and little pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and thread under and through. Hold the leg. Now release, lift the arm up and stretch over, drop the foot and release and lift. Stretch, drop the foot and lift. If you can, take the foot slightly behind. Two more. One more. And release. Now I'm going to take the foot down, lift up and a side bend. So really lovely stretch through there. Stretching in the inner thigh. And release. And a gentle twist, side to side. Release any tension on the back. Just changing legs over. And lift the other leg up. Shoulders down and hand down. Shoulder down, in that position, lift the arm up. So I'm down on my hand. I'm going to go stretch and thread the needle. And stretch and lift the leg, hold, little pulse up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, and you're going to thread the needle, keeping the leg there, and then lift and stretch the leg down, stretch the arm over the head, and lift and stretch. 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 Take it behind. Now lift, take the foot down and a side bend, stretching it out through the waist. And release. Good, we're going to lie down all the way down onto our side. So I want you to have a little bit of support under the head and neck. So you're going to just let the head go down, have a little bit under the lower arm. So it's up to you. You can either lie all the way down. We're going to start with the knees bent, but if you want to, you can be up onto your shoulder, your elbow. So that's up to you which position you'd prefer. This is hard for the shoulder and the neck. So any neck issues do come all the way down. So I'm going to go down and hold in that position, feet together, and I'm going to lift that top knee into the oyster. If you want to make it harder, lift the feet and lift. So this is improver's level, lift and lower. Watch how it feels in the lower back. Arm can lift up if you want, try and balance. And 10, good, and straighten both legs. Again, arm can come down in front. Now I want you to try and feel your spine is in neutral, so lengthen the leg away from you, lift the waist away from the floor, feet together, knees together, hips in alignment, shoulders in alignment, arm can be up or hand in front, and you're going to do a leg lift and lower. If you can, flex the foot up and lower. I don't want any tension on the neck or the shoulders. Don't move in the lower back. Okay, 10. Now lift and hold. Flex the bottom foot. I'm bringing the bottom leg slightly forward and I'm going to go into a kick forward and back. And a kick forward. Now, again, hips are nice and level. Support yourself. Don't take the leg too far back and flex forward and point back. Sorry, my eyes are a bit gooey today. And 8 and 9 and 10. Hold and leg circles. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction and round. 10, 9. Lengthen through that leg, through the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down in front, shoulders nice and relaxed, and you're going to lift the lower leg. Working those inner thighs. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 10, you're going to aim to hold that leg there, shoulders down, and let the other leg join it. I'm going to go into scissors. Hand can be in front or hand can balance. Coming up. 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift the pelvic floor, engage the core. 2, 1, and release. Good. Bend the knees and pat that thigh. Okay, I'm going to stretch the quad, grab the knee and then the foot, and take the foot behind you and press that hip forward. Good, lengthen through the spine, breathe wide and full. Stretch that hip away, lengthen through the spine, press the hip forward, get that stretch on the quad, and release, pat that thigh. Good. You're going to roll on to the other side. I'm just checking who's watching. Oh, Trish and Sue. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. So this is an improvers class. Okay, so over onto your other side. We're starting with the knees bent. Okay, so thank you for joining me this morning. Knees are bent, feet together. Hand in front, shoulders down. So if you do need to warm up before this class. So if you can, you're going to lift that knee and lower. If you want to make it harder, lift and hover the feet. So be very careful in the shoulders. Try not to tense the shoulders in this position. Make sure there's no movement in the hip and the lower back. Engage the core. Okay, and lower, and you're going to take both legs straight. Oh, I've got to make sure I've got enough room. Okay, so as I said, you can either lift up in this position, you can even be in this position for the leg lifts. It's up to you, depending on the neck and the shoulder. So I'm just going to hold in this position for this side, shoulders nice and relaxed, hand can be in front or up, and breathe out, lift the leg and lower. If you can, flex the foot. 3. Now, lengthen through the spine. 7, shoulders down, lift through the spine. 8, 9, 10, and circle and round. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lengthen. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lower, I'm going to kick that top leg forward. I'm coming forward, I don't want to kick my bottle over. Okay, so I'm bringing yourself down, flex the bottom foot, bring it slightly farther forward and bring the leg forward and flex back. Good, try not to move in the hip. 2, 3, 4. I'm really trying to lengthen as I go back, long leg. 6, lengthen through the spine. 5, 8, 9, and 10, and hold the leg up, both legs up, hold in that position, and we're going to go into scissors. 4, 5, 6, with control if you can, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release down. Pat that thigh, bend the knee, grab the knee. I'm going to stretch the quads. So knee away, press the hip forward. Oh, sorry, I've got a funny eye today. That contact lens, isn't it? Push the hip forward, breathe wide and full. Okay, knees together, and you're going to roll over onto your back. So I want you to do a little bit of a back mobilisation. So shoulders nice and relaxed. I've got a little pillow under my head or a blanket, whatever you have close. So you're going to lengthen through the spine, hands by the hips, chest open, feet flat to the floor, and go into a pelvic tilt. So really make sure the lower back feels nice and loose, mobilised before we go into, we're doing core strengthening for this one. Good, and then just bring both knees in towards you, really hug the knees in, really make sure the hip is loose, sorry, and the lower back feels, you've got no tension, and feet down, just a little bit of a twist from side to side. Okay, back to the centre, hands by the hips, shoulders nice and relaxed. Feet under the knees to start with, lengthen through the spine, chest open. Take a really nice deep breath in, engage the core, engage lower abdominal muscles. Breathing out, lift one knee to tabletop and then lower. And other leg, we're just warming up, lower abdominal muscles, so you engage in the core. Now please don't do this level, it's improvers, if you don't feel that your transverse abdominis pelvic floor is engaged in this position. So if you're new, try and go do a beginner's class first. This is an improver, so we're going to go up to quite a high level on the core abdominal exercises. And if you don't use the core correctly, it will go into your neck. So just be very careful. Okay, from there, rib cages down, engage lower abdominal muscles, lift the knees up to tabletop. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Try not to point or flex the toes, feet relaxed. I'm going to go into a curl up. So you're breathing out, curling up, breathing in and lower. Any issues with the neck, just hands support the head and breathe in lower. So make sure the chin's tucked in, eyes look between the knees. Elbows wide. And lift and hold up and lengthen one leg away and back. Engage the core, engage the abdominal muscles, nice and controlled, hips and pelvis still. Okay, from there, just gently lower the head down, cross the ankles over, taking the hands, reaching up and go into a little bit of a reverse curl. Level 1, just think of it as a nice mobilization for the lower back. Just feel like you're stretching that lower back. If you want to make it harder, legs go straight, lift, engage the core, lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, shoulders are down, 6, no tension in the shoulders and neck, 7, nice and controlled, 8, 9, and 10. Now lift the legs up. You're going to go back to that curl up. We're going to do 5 and then we're going to go into crisscross. 3, 2, 1. Hands go under the head, elbows wide. Bend the knees. I'm going to cross to the right knee with the left shoulder and back. Try not to twist the elbow, so the elbows stay wide. 2. Okay, we're going to go slow. Back to the center, up and down. Engage the core. If you want to, you're going to curl up, lower both feet down, lift, lower the head. Elbows wide, lift, feet. More, and stay, legs up, double leg stretch, grab hold of your ankle and pulse, pulse and change. Now you're going to lift up, pulse, pulse, change. Pulse, pulse, change. Lift, pulse, pulse, change. Control the hips, pulse, pulse. Last one, legs together, hold the ankles, a little rock on the lower back and lengthen both legs away, lengthen the arms away, stretch the tummy, breathe wide and full. Okay, bend the knees, placing the right foot over the knee to stretch the glutes as you bring the leg in towards you. And you can just circle the foot. Stretching in the foot, I'm just stretching the toes. Oh, bit clicky in my toes. Good, getting a nice stretch into the glute and piriformis on that right side. And then change over. Good. Again, I'm just doing a little stretch in my toes. Foot, pressing the knee away. Okay, knees together, feet together, twist over to your side. And other side. And back to the centre. I'm going to roll all the way over. So we're just going to do a seated position for a moment. Circle the shoulders and the elbows before we go into another plank position. Circle. Good, and then I'm going to take myself back onto the hands and knees. I'm going to balance, shoulders down, lengthen through the spine. You can go into a little one cat stretch and then flat. Shoulders under the hands, feet stretched away, lengthen, hips in alignment and knee to wrist. And hold, lift the leg, lift the leg, lift the leg, lift the leg, and repeat. And release, knees down. Curl through the spine and stretch the back. Lengthen through the shoulders, head down. Walk the hands to your right, stretch the hips to the left. And other side. And again, just take the forehead down, hands down by the feet. Really nice wide breath in. Breathe wide and full. Okay, slowly release, head in towards the knees. Slowly roll up, hands forward, into a downward dog. Lift your bottom, stretch through the spine, stretch the back of the legs, let the head drop down. And down onto the hands and knees again. Cross the legs over, and I'm just going to go into a seated position and just breathe for a moment. Lengthen through the spine, hands just facing up, palms up. Take 3 really lovely deep breaths in. Shoulders down, and gently turn the head side to side, over to the side, roll, and release. Thank you very much for joining me. So this improvers class, obviously I'm trying to do different levels at 40 minutes. So yeah, thank you for joining me and see you soon. Bye bye.